Assalamualaikum, Doctor. We are from Group 14, want to present our group assignment about Syarikat Maidin Muhammad Holdings Berhad Maidin.
My name is Rachel Daniel binti Donatus, metric number 280301. What is management? Management can be described as the accomplishment of organizational objectives efficiently and effectively through integrating people's work through the planning, organization, management, and control of the organization's resources. Efficiency is the means to achieve the objective of the company by wisely and efficiently utilizing the resources that are people, money, raw materials, and others. Effectiveness as regards the end of the objective of the organization by producing positive outcomes, making the right decisions, and effectively executing them in order to attain the objectives of the organization. Good manager control the company far beyond the result that an individual working alone would achieve.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nofariza Hani binti Ahmad Shukri. My metric number is 281740. What is organization? Organization is a group of individuals who work together to organize their effort to accomplish a wide range of goals or accept results in the future. Organization management is made sure of several management elements within an organization, and thus the actual structure of the company is used to collect knowledge and evaluate it. Every business utilizes organization. They will be managed whereas there are people responsible for serving and making the most of organization, human and other resources to achieve a goal. Equally important, we will follow the management, then involving planning, organization, leading and controlling of human and other resources to achieve organizational goals efficiently. For example, Mr. Lai Chelem, who serves as construction department planning manager, will be control his team to work in order to achieve the goal set by the company.
Hi, my name is Diana Asong, matrix number 277154. I'm going to present the mission and the vision of Maidin Company, which is a part of planning. First of all, Maidin's mission is we aim to be the leading local wholesale and retail company by providing the best value for money for the best assortment of goods, by providing service to our customers, and by striving for excellence. We also aim to inspire more Malaysians to open outlets with our own proven success formula. Meanwhile, the vision is Maidin is the world's leading distributor of competitive halal goods and services.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Dini Nur Ifa binti Ibrahim, matrix number 278393. Company objective. First, to increase company revenue. Second, to maintain appropriate financial leverage of business. Third, to maintain company profitability. Fourth, to invest in total quality management. And the last one is to provide great customer service.
Before explaining the company's mission and vision, I'm going to talk about planning in an organization. Planning is defined as setting goals and deciding how to achieve them. Strategic planning will help improve a company's overall performance and allows managers and employees to show commitment to the objective of the company. This is because they acknowledge what the organization is doing and the purpose behind it. It also helps to empower individuals who work in the company by involving lower level managers and employees throughout the organization. Clarifying the mission and vision of the company is one big step to strategic planning. Now I will be explaining about stating the mission of the company. A company's plan is essential, especially to the investors, because it is hard to gain their trust without it. So is the mission statement, because a mission statement is an action-based statement that expresses an organization's intent and how it supports its business overall. In other words, the summarization of goals, philosophies, products, and services in a nutshell. Maidin Company mission is complete and informational to its leaders, employees, and customers as they describe their aim, their overall strategy, and their services in this statement. First one is For the leaders, the Maiden's company's aim or goal is stated clearly in its mission, which is to be the leading local wholesale and retail company. This statement is useful to the company leaders as a guideline to lead the company in the future. Secondly, for the employees, other than the M, Maiden's mission statement also contains the overall strategy, which says providing the best value for money for the best assortment of goods. This line is significant to the employees because it is the basic strategy that the company plans to use to achieve in its overall M. And the third one is for the customers, and for the most prominent part, Maiden's mission statement provides the information about their service, and by mentioning that they are a retail company and give the best assortment of goods, the information provides the big picture of what the customer could expect from Maiden. Last but not least, I will be explaining on stating the vision of the company. So the vision of company completes the first steps of the strategic planning by providing the direction of where the organization is going. The vision statement is also written to inspire and provide a roadmap to future for the employees. Maiden vision states that the company is trying to be world's leading distributor of competitive halal goods and services, which describes what they are trying to achieve. The vision statement also becomes a motivational tool that makes the employees work harder because they have a big dream and far-reaching goal, but most importantly, the vision aligns with the mission. Thank you.
Second is time factor. A time factor is included in one form of goals. These goals vary from 1 month to several years and are short-term, medium-term, and long-term. Planning involves short-term targets determine what immediate consequences that are anticipated from activities that are already in the progress. Such target concentrates on day-to-day operations. Medium-term goals are outcomes that impact annual budget, report, and plans. They deal with monthly plans for actions. Long-term goals look at business outcomes, so Maiden should focus on every year's result and planning specific time objective. Third is routine goals monitoring. Some targets do not have a clear time period but deal with planned outcome for normal ongoing operations. Standard level of output translate into regular targets. Security management to avoid the injury rate from rising requires regular targets. Therefore, to enable Maiden companies to achieve each of the set objective and targets, the management needs to prioritize routine and avoid any mistake in planning strategy. The last one is objective of growth for new initiative. Although time-related goals deal within a time frame with daily activities and routine goals deal with everyday activities, new projects arise from growth goals. The preparation for future growth results in external change place or an organization or internal change inspired by new goals. For example, to provide good customer service to customer, Maiden needs to plan effective initiatives such as holding lucky draw for customer. This will make customers more interested in buying their products.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Shauki bin Zulkifli. Today I will present the strategizing of Maiden's company. Strategic management. Strategic management is a process that includes management teams on all aspects of the organization in formulating and implementing strategies and strategy objectives. There are three important of strategic management. First, provide direction and momentum. Second, encourage new ideas and develop a sustainable competitive advantage. First, Maiden companies introduce strategies and strategic governance. Second, Maiden companies encourage new ideas, which is to understanding the consumers. Maiden buys in bulk to benefit from lower price. Second, have multiple location. Maiden outlets are situated in different location, such as they put their shops in areas accessible to homeowners and traders. Third, managing the competitors by specializing in halal white product lines. In the store, only halal items are sold, and the store offers a complete range of religious products. Third, strategic management will build a sustainable competitive advantage, which is a company's ability to generate wholesale and retail product more efficiently, and our competitors like Giant, Sabasun, and Tesco. Next is assessing current reality. First, SWOT analysis. Maiden have two strengths. First, pricing power. Usually, consumers revolt against price rise by swiping to competing goods. So that if the company has pricing authority, the client will continue to use the goods and service of Maiden. Second is customers loyalty. Premium card for consumers to earn accrued points redeemed with other brands in order to draw them and stick to Maiden. The weaknesses are customer service and IT infrastructure. Customer service. Customers are not happy with the customer service of Maiden. And second is IT infrastructure. Whenever some have a bottleneck of network problem, there is some that somewhat have outlets who want to access the same database at any given time. The opportunity is online shopping. Maiden have their own website. It is easy to cope with the current needs for shopping to content with trends. For more is on the other side. Second is global expansion. They began the first retail outlet in 1989 to promote the reputation of Maiden throughout the world. And the threats is competition. They will benefit from other wholesale business rivals such as Tesco and Giant. Next is benchmarking. Benchmarking is a method used by Maiden to equate result with organization with high performance and to understand performance drivings, processes and activities. And the last is growth strategy. Maiden use the 4P principle to develop their strategy, which is product, place, promotion and price. First is product. Maiden has a wide range of products such as food products, softline, hardline and household products. Second is place. Maiden is currently expanding its company into various formats, including hypermarkets, emporium and MyMart. The third is promotion. Maiden applies Me Too promotion in terms of promotion, where Maiden follows and react to its rival marketing tactics. And last is price. Maiden is well known for the wholesale price of its commodity is 40% of its business is wholesale.
Organizing is the function of management that involves developing an organization structure and allocating human resources to ensure the accomplishment of objectives. The structure of the organization is the framework within which effort is coordinated. The structure is usually represented by an organization chart, which provides a graphic representation of the chain of command within an organization. Decisions made about the structure of organization are generally referred to as organization design decision. Organizational culture, often referred as corporate culture, is described according to scholars as seen as the collection of shares, implicit assumption that a community holds and that decide how it perceives, think about and respond to its different environment. Culture helps workers know why some of the company does what it does and how it aims to achieve its long-term objective. Whether an organization is for profit or non-profit, top management task is to match to the mission and strategy of the organization, which is corporate culture and organizational structure. Next type of organizational culture. Individuals have a lot in common in clan culture, and it feel like you part of a big family. The leader are seen as mentor or as a figure of the father, and this drive employee moral and high engagement. Teamwork, cooperation, agreement, and growth are the principal value. They concentrate on mentoring, nurturing, but all is done together. Most importantly, the development staff in a company is like a family institution that come from being easy or fancy for the family. In the culture of Maiden, everyday interaction between employees and management will create a close family relationship and often cooperate. There are three types of organization categorized for three distinct purposes, for which there are performers, which are for-profit organization, non-profit organization, and mutual benefit organization. Mining is for-profit organization, which develop to make cash or profit by selling product in domestic and overseas reasonable price and meet a large segment of population. As human resources. Human resources management involves the introduction and administration of programs aimed at improving the competitiveness of the business in mining. The Department of Human Resources is responsible for mining organization for resolving current employees' problems that resolve employee complaints such as compensation, salaries, employee saving, pension plans, training, and in charge of acquiring new employees. The Human Resources Management team selects potential workers, supervises the recruiting process by conducting background inspection, drug checking, and offer fresh orientation to employees. As for Maiden, we also inspire workers to do their best, contributing to the overall success of the business and rewarding staff for good result. Next, organization chart. We start with Managing Director, Datuk Lee Tang Song, and continue to Project Director Ling Tang Sing, and General Manager Yak Ling Ken, and so on.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Hazika binti Muhammad Fitri. My metric number is 281942. The third management function is leading. Leading is a skill to influence people, but it has a specific purpose and is considered to be the most important yet challenging process of all management processes. Leading can form a positive nature of the work done by employees in a particular organization and is essential because it can help to meet the objective of employee effectiveness so that organizational goals can be achieved. The organizational direction, motivation, communication, and coordination are considered to be the part of a leading operating system. Coordination is important in leading because it serves as a source from management to achieve harmony. Motivating employees is the most important quality to lead an organization as it aims to influence person behavior based on knowledge of what causes and ways to maintain human behavior towards job commitment. Maiden Company asserts that managers must be more efficient in their efforts to become an effective leader. It's important to understand that in order to be more effective in leading, managers must first understand the personality, values, attitudes, and emotion of their employees. Comparison between leaders and managers. Leadership style is the way a leader uses the power he has as a way to influence employees. It's because they can work harder to achieve organizational objectives. Leaders and managers have a huge role to play in navigating any organization. In other words, a leader is a person who will inspire, motivate, and influence his employees to work happily in achieving organizational goals. On the other hand, the manager is an important relationship between the firm and the parties working with it, namely employees, customers, suppliers, shareholders, government, community, and so on. A manager is a person who performs the function of a basic management. Dato' Amir adopts and applies the transformational leadership style, which is a high level of disciplines. He managed to transform Maidem from the management of a regular grocery store to a hypermarket. Dato' Amir also managed to expand the Maidem market to Sarawak. This clearly shows that if there is a manager or leader in an organization or company, it is certain that the company will move more advanced and successful. A company needs a leader and manager to handle all the decisions and jobs that its employees need to do. Key differences between leaders and managers. Leaders need to influence his employees in order to achieve their organizational goals. A leader must have good qualification to manage a company, mainly because the leader gives instruction to the employees to facilitate everything in the company. Leaders also use modern and structured transformational leadership style, which is coordinating the employees according to their respective fields so that the work is done successfully. Leaders focus on their employees for the growth and development of their teammates, while a manager is a person who manages the entire organization of the company. Managers need to have good management skills to plan all the details of his company needs. A manager is responsible in making all the decisions to avoid conflict. Managers use transactional leadership style as they need to respond to any changes that occur within the company. Managers strive to do the right thing, focusing on the processes and procedures of a job.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. I'm Amira Afrina binti Abdullah. 280293 will present about decision making. Decision making is the process whereby a leader, group, or organization comes to conclusions approximately what future activities to seek after given a set of targets and limits on accessible assets. There are two kinds of methods to make decisions, which are through rational decision or non-rational decision. As a leader, they should make a rational decision which is logical and optimal decision for the sake of their successful business. There are four basic steps of the process of making rational decision. Firstly, the organization should identify the problem or opportunity that company might have. Secondly, come up with the alternative solutions that can be done. Then, evaluate all the alternatives and choose the best solution to solve the problems effectively. Lastly, the organizations can implement and evaluate the solution chosen for a betterment of company in the future. Alternative evaluation is not easy to compute because the company have to consider too much aspects before deciding. That's why the Maidan and Berhad will be consulted and asked for opinions from specialists or more knowledgeable people before any decision is taken. It is called musyawarah concept. This action was taken because they believe that making a good decision is a product from the knowledge of the subject matter related what we have to decide on. Next, for non-rational decision. Some leaders also make decisions based on their intuition, whereby they make a choice without they utilize the cognizant tool or logical inference. They assume that decision making nearly always uncertain and risky. According to Dato' Amir, he is not afraid of making unsuccessful decisions, conferring on the same point, admitting that some of his choices do not sometimes lead to any profit. One example of him failing in making the right decision is when his brother Tuan Murad suggested that they should sell their gling brooch, but he declined. His decision of not taking his brother's suggestion to sell the product at that point in time was for him a mistake, as those items turned out to be high demand in consumers. Dato' Amir depends greatly on his intuition and to his diverse experience in life. He said, "You can actually smell the success. It is ingrained and developed over the time. You must trust your instincts. If your instincts feels wrong, then you should trust them. Regardless which method the company uses, effective decisions are all about bringing people to work together and to make things happen that would not otherwise occur or avoid that which normally would take place in a specific organization.
About communication. Communication is one of the most important things that should be done in organization. It is because effective communication is the key to motivate employees to achieve the vision, mission, and objective of an organization. But on the other hand, poor communication will make employees easier to diminish and they will perform job carelessly. Because of that, the performance of employees become deteriorating over time. This communication will take a lead by this management. First top management, second middle management, and the last one is first line management. Top management is like top manager or senior management or executive. They are all responsible in making the long-term decision, set the goals, and direct the company to achieve them. This top management consists of Chief Executive Officer CEO, Chief Financial Officer COO, and other department heads to guide the organization. For the example, CEO of Mahdi Muhammad Berhad, he has a good communication skill not only through oral but also non-verbal. He will communicate along with his employees such as listening to the ideas and suggestions suggested by his employee. He also had a meeting once a month to discuss Mahdi's performance. The meeting not only discussed Mahdi's performance rights, but he also listened to the suggestions and complaints of employees, so that the employee feel valued and respected, causing them to work harder. Based on behavior viewpoint, the human relations movement proposed that better human relations could increase worker productivity. This theory pioneered by Abraham Maslow and Douglas MacGregor. This theory was taken by Mahdi Muhammad Berhad in his organization. Next, middle level management. Their duty is to meet the priorities set by the top management and set the targets for their division and other business units. They will communicate future organizational objectives or ethical guidelines to employees at the company meetings to create goods and service, particularly in the production departments. For the example, they will communicate with other managers. The discussion is about to set and select the appropriate price, like obtain a cheaper price from suppliers and distributors. It is because the main function of the production department is to supply a product or service that creates profits and revenue for the company. Besides, they also communicate with suppliers, so that they need to have a good communications technique with suppliers so that the supplier will accept the price that were chosen. So the collaboration will give the advantages for the both sides. For the supplier will earn a multiplied profit and have the ability to produce their goods to the organization continuously. And for the organization, they will have continuous supply of good from supplier with a good quality. Lastly, first line management. They are responsible for the daily management of line workers, especially for the employees who actually produce the product or offers the service. The production department usually requires them to interact with employees and customers on a daily basis. For the example, they should have good communication skill with employees so that the attitude shown by them maybe become a decent example to the other employees. Indirectly, the performance of employees are better. Besides, the relationship between first line managers and employee will be better. They also should have good communication skill with customers. For the example, they should always be patient in serving customers in order for the customer to feel satisfied with the service provided.
Group and teams. Groups are defined as two or more individuals who share norms, objectives, and common identity who interact freely. Teams are defined as a small group of individuals with complementary skills who are committed to a common goal, perform objectives, and strengths for which for which they are mutually responsible. Common commitment is the aims of team. Without it, companies as individuals, they are becoming a strong collective output unit. As we know, Maidin Sdn Bhd is a famous company in Malaysia. Maidin also has group and team to achieve their goals. Maidin show their strength within the spirit of cooperation in the company, especially manager and employees. For example, group and team of Maidin having communicate well with each other. Group and team must always focus on the result and goal. It is because without any goal, it is impossible to achieve a good result. So group and team Maidin also set their own goal to achieve their good result. Thank you.
Motivation is characterized as psychological mechanism that stimulate and guide the goal-directed actions of people. As a manager, we want to inspire people to do something that our company would gain, to participate, stick with them, get involved, perform better, and do more for them. It seems clear that companies want to inspire their workers to be more efficient, but motivation also play a role in affecting a variety of outcomes, including employee engagement, corporate citizenship, absenteeism, and quality of service. Maidin Mohammed Holding Berhad are paying for their employees' performance based on one result. Thus, depending on their overall job performance, different salary workers could receive different wages and other benefits. Maidin, for example, provide its employees with a salary commission in which sales representatives are paid a percentage of company earnings for their sale. The more they sell, the more paid are going to be. So at the end of the month, the sales representative will earn a paycheck plus bonus on sale.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Umi Salamah binti Mat Yunan and metric number is 280071. So today I'm gonna presenting about controlling. This is the final management function after planning, organizing and leading. So what is controlling in management function? As I mentioned earlier, this function is the final management function. Control is making something happen the way it's planned to be happen. This function is also can define as monitoring performance, comparing it with goals, and taking corrective action as needed to make sure that performance meet the objective. So this function is concerned with seeing that the right things happen at the right time in the right way. Why we thought in the right way? Because they can have influence on each other and in turn affect the efficiently and competitiveness of the company. So, for example, for our organization is category in hypermarket sector that providing the necessary innovation is a cornerstone that allows a business to expand profit and compete effectively on the market in order to satisfy the ever-changing demand of its customer. Syarikat Maidin Mohammed Holding Berhad, as we know as Maidin, must deliver its good at the right time and at the right price to their customer while offering great experience. So why is controlling is needed in management function? There are some reasons of why controlling is needed in management function. The first one is controlling is needed because to adjust the change and volatility of the market shift, the appetite of the customer for the goods, the new competitors, or even the innovation are reborn. So the controlling is also will reduce the labor cost, remove waste, improve efficiency, and extend product cycle. The third one is controlling is needed because can help to add value to their goods in such a way that customer is more likely to value them to competitor brands. So the last one is controlling is needed because can also identify opportunity and increase innovation for goods and allow managers to generate new opportunity that would otherwise have gone unnoticed. So, control system can be adjusted to suit particular condition. So, for the different manager, they might have different steps, but usually they follow the same step. They are in the controlling. They have four steps, which is the first one is establish standard. So, as manager, the optimal level of performance for a given purpose is to set the standard of control or performance standard. There might have two variations between two categories of non-profit institution and the for-profit company. Before we go further, let me know each variation. So for the profit institution, they might have expectation on the level of charitable, the amount of volunteer retains, or even the level of compliance. They might different for profit companies, which is may have expectation of financial efficiency, hiring of staff, number of complaints from customer, percentage increase in market share, and others. So for our company is Syarikat Maidin Muhammad Holding Berhad, as we know as Maidin, is category on profit organization. So they will establish the objective, which is one of them is to update current requirement of Maidin. So Maidin is one of the supermarket that provide customer with daily necessities. So the managers of production and marketing need to concentrate on how many purchases to be made per month or day, and whether or not every customer is pleased with the service that they provide to their customer. So the second step is measure the performance. This process is to calculate and compare the actual production. Data output is usually derived from 5 methods, which are employee action and deliverables, peer input or insight, client testimonials, management assessments, and output from the development process. For our organization, Syarikat Maidin, they use Management Information System, which is MIS, report on revenue, acquisition, inventory, and financial information obtained via a transaction processing system. So the Management Information System, which is MIS, provide that the manager of Maidin with valuable information to calculate company's profit against the expectation. The third step of controlling is compare performance of the standard. For the real output that is below the norms, corrective action need to be done. So our company take sales report to compare performance to the standard. So the Maidin's manager, we know how the marketing plans carry profit to the company. The real sales are reflected in how well the promotion is organized. If the marketing plans are not well executed, the revenue will be affected. So as a result, manufacturing or marketing managers will take steps to make marketing more people aware of the Maidin promotion item they have provided. The last step of controlling is taking corrective action if necessary, because this is what we need to obtain desirable outcome. There are three possibilities after we compare the expectation, which is result does not improve, identify and strengthen good performance, or maybe take step to fit negative performance. From the previous step, which is we compare the performance and standard. So after we compare, we can see that as we need to do corrective action or not. So if does, we So we need to solve the problem by distribute the sample of product to determine the quality of product. So if no need to take corrective action, so we consider as our sale at that year are successful. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Lastly, for the conclusion, as a formal body of information focused on general values, ideas, theories, and techniques, an organization may be defined. Planning, organizing, leading, and controlling (POLC) plays an important role in creating an organization that achieves its goal, objective, vision, and mission. Through the POLC system, individuals will understand what it means when an organization's activities must plan, lead, organize, and controlled by a manager. The POLC system remains an important and relevant method for managers to understand and execute their functions even with developments in technology and the environment, as well as advice in this area such as means-spread roles of a manager. That's all from us. Thank you.